Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sexy Business Club launch party. I am Kim White with the My Sexy Business team, and I have the famous founder of Crystalline Moment Success Movement, Miss Connie Meyers, with me. Hey, Miss Connie.
Good morning, Kim. How are you? Welcome, everybody. Glad to be here.
We're so glad you're here. We have Christy trying to get into the party too, but this princess and technology, we just, we roll with the flow because we have possibly not given her the right link, and I'll own that. I'm a guinea princess, as she calls me. So we are testing the waters, and I think I have given her the wrong link, so I'm going to get in real quick. And I just want you to know what I'm doing because I don't want to be rude. But Miss Connie, will you give us like a tidbit of what you do so that way everybody knows who you are, and let me get her added into this, please?
I certainly will. Well, I am a 3-time best-selling author, the founder of the Line Moment Success Movement, and the premise behind it is to create a forum for people to talk about their crystalline moments, whether it relates to their personal life or to their business life. And right now I am working diligently on interviewing amazing women leaders in all kinds of industries, but predominantly the real estate industry. I'm going to be writing 3 books on leadership. And I do speaking, I do retreats. I'm doing a retreat in Mexico. Kim came to the last one. We're doing one in November, and it's life-changing for everyone. It was the most incredible experience I know I've ever had. And the feedback I got from Kim and everyone else was the same. It was just really life-altering. So we're doing that in November, so I might as well plug that while you're busy. The uh, November to the 10th.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
Miss Connie, can you hear us? I'm like pushing all these buttons. I'm thinking, that's what I was afraid of. We lost Miss Connie. And the truth is, I might have lost Miss Connie by pushing buttons because we know how this princess does. Again, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly.
Hi,
Miss
Christy,
Connie,
how are you?
Hi, I hear you now. Yay!
Yeah, but I don't know where Kim went. I guess we have to run this Sexy Business Club party by ourselves.
I think I'm back, but I'm not sure.
Uh-oh.
So I hear Connie.
Not sure what happened here. I can kind of hear you.
Okay.
Well, I put on my sexy smart glasses so that way I could try to see what buttons I was pushing.
Kind of.
So hopefully,
can you hear me?
Hopefully, and there's a huge delay with Miss Connie. I don't know if it's me or something else. But Miss Connie, if you can hear us, we're gonna keep plugging along.
I don't think this is working.
Christy, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. When
Okay.
Connie speaks, there's a little bit of a rebound, so it might just be a Wi-Fi connection thing. Maybe she can come back in.
Let's try. And Miss Connie, if you can hear us, we're going to try to put you back in again because we really want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
She is so amazing.
She really is.
Can you hear us, Miss Connie?
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hear us? Nope. Oh.
Okay. I'm not sure what to do because I can see her, but I don't think she's hearing us whenever we're talking to her, and I keep putting her back in, and it keeps putting her back out. So, Miss Connie, if you're hearing us, please stay on and keep trying. We're trying to get you in here because we definitely need the founder of a movement to be part of the club party. Miss Connie's fun.
I hate
Try
to
one more
say-
time, Miss Connie.
I hate to say it, but computer. Do we want to maybe reboot? Is she using a phone or?
It just keeps pushing her back off.
Boo! I'm gonna send her a
Miss
note.
Connie, okay, if you wouldn't mind, Christy, because I don't know what to do. I keep putting her in and it's pushing her out.
All right, let me give it a shot.
And you know, I want to just say this out loud while we're talking technical difficulties. I can't even say the word, technical difficulties. You know, that's part of what stops a lot of small businesses and people from doing their marketing or from doing business is they get hung up on something that's not working. And that's part of the sexy part of this club is we all work together. Christy just jumped right on and is telling Miss Connie something that she knows about. And we are trying to get her back on here. But, you know, that's part of what we teach is even if you don't go out perfect, keep showing up and keep doing things because a lot of times technical difficulties are actually not even you. They are maybe the internet slow or your connection's bad or different things. And so sometimes we get it in our heads that we're bad at something. And my sweet friend Gary King, who wrote the happiness formula, actually he didn't scold me, but he made sure that I knew that I was wrong about something at the Hope to Hope conference. And that was that it wasn't my fault, some of the technical difficulties we were having. It was the connection. And I was taking ownership of the fact that I thought I was pushing the wrong buttons. And so he told me, he said, you know, that wasn't true, that it wasn't all me. There were other issues going on. So, you know, just as a encouragement to you today, that may be a problem you're having. You may be having technical difficulties, or you may be having trouble on your website, or you may be having trouble with something. But don't give up. Don't quit. Because if we had quit the first time it got hard, none of our team would be doing any of this. None of our team would be pressing through or talking to you about anything had we quit the first 5,000 times it was hard.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it definitely, and you know, Christy was just saying in the last session that she was going to do something else to get, you know, a degree and to get certified and to have they say that she could do something.
Yeah.
When the whole time she had it within her to do it herself, and she didn't need whoever they is, she didn't need their permission. You know, who prints the they certificate? Because we need to figure that out. Like who?
Well, Well, you know,
Who
we wouldn't be sitting here with light and electricity if somebody hadn't tried thousands of times to come up with that. And the first type of electricity they came out with was direct current, which we don't even, but we had to start somewhere, right? We had to start with something and present it to people, get them to try it. And that's what we do. We're on this Be Live, and you do it so that we can all see how it works, test it, make it better, right?
Yes, yes,
that.
yes, and yes. And you know, the thing is it's like this technical difficulty thing that we're having right now. Business is similar. I think that it's going to work a certain way, and we get all excited, and we go out there, and the first sign of it not doing what we thought it would do, we want to tuck our tails and run home and say, forget it, this is too hard. And that's not how business works. I mean, business is not for the faint of heart, to say the least. And you know, books are not for the faint of heart. I think if you have a book stirring in you and you are letting they talk you out of it, or you're letting they dictate what's going on in your head, you need to check, because they may be you. Mm-hmm. They may be an imaginary village that lives in you that says you can't do something, when the truth is, why can't you? Yeah. Just change it up, because you know, I'll give you an example. If you go around saying you can't afford something, you're telling yourself all the time that you don't have means, you don't have what the finances that you need. What if you just change that to, how can I afford that? What can I do different to afford whatever it is that you're wanting? And start working on that part. You know, yeah. What about your book? I can't write a book. Why? Why can't you write a book? Like, change your questions to yourself. Change your days. Change your inner dialogue so that you are not poking holes in your own dreams, and get them out there and started. Get them out there working on those things. You don't have to do it all in a day. No one else does either. It takes like 30 years to be an overnight success. I mean, you know, people think, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you know, if we tell ourselves, then we don't pay any attention to how it could happen. And so we don't focus and ever accomplish it. So we're right. We can't do it. But if we tell ourselves, you know, I'd like to do this, what would it take? Then it may take a lot more time than we want, right? You know, 6 months ago, I was like, I just want to quit my job and not do anything but write the series, because I had so many ideas. And I still have so many ideas, and I would still love, you know, that deserted island where all I could do is write, right? But truthfully, the process is, so if we go, what if I could do this? What would it take? And we actually allow ourselves space to look at what it would take, then we start giving ourselves permission to start doing what it would take. And then we have to give ourselves patience in the process to keep doing what it would take and improving it. But we start somewhere, and we keep showing up, like you keep telling me, keep showing, and eventually it happens, and we go look at the life, about things that I've done and experiences I've had, because it's impossible, and move on. We just moved into a house that we can't afford a house. Well, I sat down and I looked at my budget one day, and I was horrified at myself. I'm like, I waste so much money because I didn't think that I could afford it. I was spending the equivalent of a mortgage on other things. And some of those things were important. I got the book, the publishing fees and that kind of thing done. But, a lot of it was frivolous because I didn't focus. And now that I said, well, what if now I can focus and actually get something that I love.
Yeah. And you traded, that's the thing is sometimes we've got to trade some fluffy for some substantial.
Yeah, but I don't even remember how I can always remember, this means something. Yep. And your house is beautiful. Your office is beautiful. I'm just so happy for you. And, I want to say, even sticky note time, you and I love sticky note time. And look at your eyes light up. But you make things so easy and accessible. Nothing is complicated and it gets done. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the thing is,
we had a goal meeting our first, real sit down coaching session was first one, she kind of laid out in our goal setting day, we're sitting down and I'm expecting major technology. She pulls a piece of poster board and some sticky notes out of her trunk. They're colorful flower sticky notes, and she's like, here's what we're going to use. And I'm like, okay. But that is the epitome of let's make a plan and get something done, is let's not make the planning part so complicated nothing happens, but let's get it out there and make it so noticeable you cannot ignore it. And it's kind of exciting at the same time, because with sticky notes you can move things, prioritize, you can, and Kim just comes up with these practical, usable, anywhere kind of things. Sorry.
Well, and the truth is, sticky note time came from my own life, because I complicated. I get shiny things in my life and I just make them complicated. And so I have to step back, and I do sticky note time almost daily, because it keeps me focused. But sticky note time, the first time you do it might take half a day. But after you get versed at using that process, it's a quick process when you understand that, hey, this part's not working. This is taking up too much of my time, and it's not going to get me. Because something about sticky note time, one of the principles behind sticky note time is, if I'm saying yes to something, I'm saying no to something else.
True.
And so what am I saying yes to that is causing me to say no to my dream, or causing me to say no to my house? Because, you just said that. You were saying yes to some things that you didn't even realize were costing you a mortgage. And that's a great example.
Yeah. Things that were, not only were they costing me a mortgage, but they were costing me income, because now we can rent out our other house. And we are going, there's somebody inside of us, our little inner child is to spend our time, spend our energy, spend our money, spend our calories somehow. Kim said, if we start to recognize that if I'm saying yes to something, I choose what we're saying yes to, then we can satisfy, that focus, that spending, right? Whatever it is, talent, and use it in a way that's actually fulfilling and lasting and serves other people. We were just talking about serving with everything we do. I feel like one of the key things, and I talk about it repeatedly in wisdom, but I talk about it, to everybody in life. One of the key things I believe in, and Kim, you believe in it too, is that God likes to bless a generous hand. If we are giving of whatever resources he's given us, whether it's financial, we should always do that, but financial, time, creativity, relationship, love, if we're giving, then he's just going to keep pouring that into us, because he wants it to reach as many people as possible. He wants it to do as much good as possible. And so we end up being blessed in the process of being generous and serving.
Oh, I so agree. I so agree. And I think our little Miss Connie might be back in the lobby.
Yay!
Miss Connie, I think we see you again. I'm going to try to put you back on again. Hopefully she can hear us and we don't surprise her.
To log back into the
Miss Connie, can you hear us?
Hi there. Can you hear me?
We're so glad you're back. Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear us?
Oh, dear. I think it's my connection, guys. Can you hear me?
Can you hear us, Miss Connie? We can hear you.
Yep.
No.
Well, Kim, can you share Connie's? Can you share her website or her Facebook information so that everybody can at least see what she has to offer? She is truly amazing. I really enjoyed the Hope to Hope conference interview with her.
Oh my goodness. She is so, she's a phenomenal woman, but she has done so many things in her life that were incredible and led up to what she's doing now. She's actually the founder of Crystalline Moment Success Movement. She has, I don't even know how many followers, like I wouldn't even want to guess, lots of zeros, I'll just tell you that, of followers that have asked her to kind of pioneer the way and show the way, defining moments in our life. Like that's what she calls a crystalline moment. It's something where everything gets real clear, that it brings clarity. And, you know, we've talked about several today that we've had, Christy, that, you know, times in our life that things changed and things got real clear.
Yes.
And that's what she calls a crystalline moment. And it's, everything has an opportunity. Every one of those moments has an opportunity, and we can, you know, take advantage of that opportunity or not. We can recognize it or not. And so she teaches people actually how to recognize and to find the opportunities. One of my favorite stories that she talks about is when she lost her husband, and that she had been doing life a certain way, and she thought she could just go back to doing it that way. And she found out that she couldn't, like that she needed to do it in a different way. And her life has become so much sexier because she's exactly what she wants to do and having more impact. And this is a woman who's taken companies from like the beginning of creating a company. I'm talking franchises and all kinds of things that she's done. She's done amazing things, built companies. And so she's now helping millions of people to be aware of these moments and be aware of the clarity that comes in the arms. So her book, her first book that I want to like talk about, she's got several books, but is the Crystalline Moment book. I mean, it's an incredible thing. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from Miss Connie's website. There's links on there to get it from her website, but you can go to Amazon and get it. And you can connect with her on Facebook. You can go to her Crystalline Moment founder page. It's Coni, C-O-N-I, Meyers, M-E-Y-E-R-S.
So C-O-N-I, just.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's spelled a little different, but it is. I'm sure that she will probably post on here. You can click on her name at the bottom of this video, and it'll take you to her friend page and to her page. she's incredible. She's an incredible woman. She joined our mastermind almost 2 years ago now, and I got tickled at her because, our relationship has evolved and changed because she coaches me back. She and I have a relationship where we are learning from each other, and that's very, very sexy. You're an incredible woman of God, and I love being with you. We get ourselves into trouble because we'll stay up all night long talking. That's why we'll get ourselves into trouble.
Love it. I love it.
But
moments, the story that touches you was when she lost her husband, and she thought she could go bed and the hours that she put in, and she found that she couldn't. And a lot of people get to that point and they say, be, and they let that become their self-definition. I used to be somebody. I'm just not the person I used to be. And then they spend the next 20, 30 years mourning the loss of the person they were. Whereas we don't, oh goodness, I'm not the person I used to be, thank God. And 10 years ago, I wasn't the person I used to be, thank God. And, 10 years from now, I'm not going to be the person I am now. Hey, hallelujah. Because we are the person we are. And nobody else can accept it. We have to go, I like you. You know what? You're different. I'm going to get to know you. And continuously, just like you do with your sticky sheet every me now, what do I want to work? Let's reprioritize and set those. We need to look at ourselves and go, what do you need, self? And what makes you light up? And what doesn't work for us anymore? Let's get rid of that and keep going forward. And that, I think, is so to find a defining beautiful change. It is very inspiring. Sorry, I had to stop at that because that just totally touched me.
Oh no, you are so precious. I love how you ready. Like you love other people, and you are a perfect example of someone. Thank you for bringing Coni, because she's incredible. She's incredible. And for us to have her,
you bring some real quality people in. Oh my goodness. I'm excited about the club because it has been just quality people.
It's because we're cool,
Yeah. There was a time. There was a time that I thought, oh, I'm going to be 28 and I haven't, changed the world. I'm going to be old. And now I'm like, the real talent, the real skill, the real wisdom just keeps growing the older we get.
Yes.
Old, that's just goofiness that we're getting gold.
And we're gonna have a car. I'm just saying, we're gonna be running up and down the street in our little fast car.
Oh my goodness, I'm right down the street now from where the car shows happen in Tulsa. It's awesome.
Let me just give you a little tidbit, because this is news that I've just gotten. But we're actually going to be going to some work.
volume is breaking up a little bit.
The SEMA show, the big car show in Vegas.
Ooh, you're going to that?
Yeah. We are.
Wahoo!
The team is going to be like and working there, and I am so you know how cars.
Yeah, and I know you'll be doing a live. I'll be watching.
Yes, we will. That's.
Isn't it
I think it's
to be able to design your life around the things you enjoy and your business at the same time? That's pretty
yes, ma'am. Sexy business for a sexy life.
That's right. And you know, I gotta say, I still work a day job, right? Because I'm started building this business. And I have a whole book series planned. I mean, 12 months of monthly devotionals that are really going to and change our understanding and increase our communication and our relationship skills. Those, I have all kinds of plans based on that. And so there was a time when I was like, I just want to quit everything and do that. But I've learned that God has me where he wants me. And in the job that he's put me in, I'm actually acquiring all kinds of skills that I translate into what I'm doing with the business. And so I'm being paid to build a business. I'm being paid to learn, having to pay are just trying, you're starting to dream, but you're like, oh, do anything. Right? 1 minute wiser is what I do every day. You can give yourself 15-minute sessions of doing something towards a goal. You can give yourself a networking group like the Sexy Business Club, where you meet other people who inspire you, and you see how easy little additions to your life are that actually get your business to advance. And then you start to notice how where God has you right now actually is the place that you're going to get more than you would have gotten if you were holed up in your own office all by yourself trying to build something from scratch. So appreciate where you are and use wisdom to, let somebody else pay you while you're building what you need to build. But don't just lay back and go, well, I'm fine. You got it in here. Get it out there, because if it's in here, then somebody needs it. If it inspires you just to think about what you want to do, then somebody else out there is waiting. Well, Christian, I have to quit apologizing for that, because honestly, I really do believe that.
And sexy is a process.
Yes.
It's not a one-time instant thing. It's a process.
Of course.
Well, we are out of time again. You and I'll tell you what, we can bombard the world all day long, but we're going to have to cut it off. But please give them where, I know you can get your book on Amazon, but tell them the name and tell them what your website and how to find you on Facebook.
So on Facebook, Christy Bridges. Where am I? Christy Bridges. And my Facebook page is 1 Minute Wiser. My website is 1 Moment Wiser, because we grow wiser in minutes, days, months, and years, right? So my website is 1 Moment Wiser. And the book is Wisdom Better Than Wishing. And I do a daily video Monday through Friday on my Facebook page and Facebook. And also just make sure, even though she wasn't able to hang with us because of technical issues, please check out Connie Meyers' page because she really will inspire you too. So
thank you for awesome. Just
I adore you.
well, and I wore my smart glasses so that way. Right.
I knew I should have worn my glasses today.
Well, and thank you for being on. We're going to sign off. We will be on in just a little bit with Noah McLuis. And I never can say his name right. I'm going to learn today how to say his last name. I'm terrible, but I'm going to be back on in a few minutes. So, Grand Fantasy Business Club launch party. Mm-hmm. I'm here with Christy Bridgen White with the My Sexy Business team. We love you guys and thank you for showing up.
Bye.